Hello, Claire. And Tiny Thing. And Dennis. Hello. Just doing last minute checks. Hey, JD Studios. Hello. And that depends. I don't know. Give me a second. You guys will find I have pretty bad memory overall. Huh. Oh, woo! Hello! No, I do not remember the name, sadly. Also, Kenblade, hello! Hello, Wukun. And if I butcher anybody's name today, just let me know. Hey, everybody. You found some chicken in your fridge that was green. That's gross. Hey, JD. Try giving me a reminder, because bear this in mind, I also meet a lot of people pretty much every day. And yeah, green chicken, that's just a little gross. A woo for Kero. Oh, Random Monkey. Hey. Yeah, that's why I didn't recognize you, is because your name's changed. Anyways. Not much. Just here to talk about some interesting shit that's been going on in the community recently. So, we're going to be waiting for just a little bit. If you guys haven't seen the video that this stream is connected to, I would suggest going and watching that. I can link you guys down to it, or down to the video in the thing here. Oh, my freaking monitor has decided to try to eat itself, essentially. By the way, folks, is the feed actually doing well, or is it buffering? Also, yay, Rainbow! Definitely a good thing. Andy Kero has been essentially proven innocent, but only in one of the two places he's being investigated. But still, it is a very good bit of news. Hey, Seth Sees, hello. So, showing our stream health is fine. Pretty good. It's gonna bubble. The skin's gonna bubble up a little bit. And Claire, maybe he is, maybe he isn't. You never know. If he decides he wants to show himself, he'll show himself. anyways, so for those of you who are watching, if you haven't already, I would suggest going and checking out this video. And yes, Andy, I did burn myself again, but bear in mind that's kind of a risk when you go and start cooking food. Anyways. But yeah. Hold on, give me a second, guys. There we go. Don't worry, Ken, I will. When will we play Minecraft again? I don't know. I really don't know, JD. That depends on, you know, how many people want to see it. But this is not a Q&A about our typical live streams. So, since we've got a couple more people now. Hello, Faye. So, if y'all haven't heard, yeah, no, I've seen quite a few tweets from you, Ukun. And honestly, I'm kind of glad you think the way you do. Not many people still think that way. Hey, voice, hello. That's because I leaned back. Or are you talking about the music? Because I kind of just adjusted the music a little bit. Give me a second. There we go. Ah. But anyways, so Kero has essentially been let off the hook in New York. He was being investigated in both New York. Apparently my music has a sense of humor, by the way. But he was essentially let off the hook in New York after being under investigation for, I think it's like 7 or 8 months now. He has essentially, who is Iniko? Wait, what? Anyways. They dropped their investigation of him, I think like a week ago or so. I don't know specific dates at this point. I'm trying to get information as well. And realistically, the reason why I've started doing videos on him again is because the only people who are actually talking about Kero anymore are people like McBittyPaws, and I'm gonna turn the music down on my end because this is distracting me. But people like McBittyPaws or Kero the Wolf are really the only ones talking about him anymore. And the downside to that is the people that still talk about him are the people that absolutely despise him. They're some of the people that actually want to see him go to prison, whether he actually committed a crime or not. But anyways, and what I find amusing more than likely, yeah, Ken, but at the moment he's kind of taking it easy and avoiding conventions because right now it's technically dangerous for him to go and try to be a part of the community. Kero is a friend who was accused of some pretty nasty things. People on Twitter essentially create a hate mob against him, sent a bunch of fake evidence to the police, and forced the police into a now close to a year-long investigation that is doing nothing but wasting police resources. So that's kind of a thing. The upside to the fact that Kero has been essentially found innocent in New York is that actually kind of paves the way for the rest of the investigation to fall apart. And realistically, investigations don't take this long with the amount of evidence that they had on him. It's only when that evidence is tampered with or is falsified that investigations take this long. Wuku and I kind of had the same mentality. And somebody actually pointed out to me when I first said that exact same thing, that if I saw him at a convention, I'd buy him a drink and tell him to hang in there. He doesn't drink. So, maybe a soda, but other than that, he doesn't really drink alcohol, apparently. But anyways. So, and you know what? I kind of would be amused to all hell if somebody like McBitty Paws or Dog Patch Press or Archive the Wolf actually popped into one of these live streams of ours and decided to, you know, sit and debate me. But I don't think that's really going to happen, because 2 out of those 3 people have flat out blocked me on Twitter, want nothing to do with me, want nothing to do with anybody who says anything other than Kero's guilty and should burn in hell. So, the chances of them actually coming to a debate like this is kind of low. However, we did have a debate just like this one. Venus as a bun, God, no. Oh, if he came here to debate, he'd probably leave looking like a complete fool, because he's literally nothing but a narcissistic sociopath. Oh, wait, hold on, what? JD, I will admit he has his moments, but generally no. And hey, cool. But no, throughout most of the crap that's been happening for the last year with Kero, he's mostly been just, you know, worried. And, I mean, hell, just about everybody can be an asshole at times. Though, between being an ass and being a decent dude, Kero tends to go that way more often than not. Nah, he's pretty cool. Well, yeah, no, Venus just literally sticks to his Twitter followers, Hey, voice, that's actually a really good way to describe him, too. Oh. Just a goofy, fun-loving fluff. But yeah, no. Sadly, Mordecai, or Venus as a bun, sticks to his Twitter followers and his patrons, and all the people that essentially, you know, keep him inside his cute little hug box. And realistically, he's just a narcissist. I mean, his entire Twitter is all about degrading other people and trying to show off how pretty he is. But yeah, no. Actually, and so far in the year I've had direct contact with the guy, I think he's only said one mildly asshole-ish thing, and I can understand that because it was like the first week I knew him, like the first week I had been in direct contact with him, and he was still super stressed out. Otherwise, Kira just tends to laugh more often than not. Hey Rainbow, I will not disagree with you there. You are crushing on way too many people. But oh well. In that case, the more the merrier. Oh, Ken, that's nothing. See, Mordecai had this thing that he did during the first leg of this controversy, during the first months of it. He essentially blasted Kero as much as he could, tried to do as much damage to the guy's reputation, and then when people started questioning Mordecai, or Venus as a bun, he decided to say, I'm going to stop talking about this because somebody just threatened my family's lives. And when people asked for proof, since he was all about proof and giving everyone proof that Kero was a horrible monster, he gave no proof. And then, while he was saying he was in fear for his and his family's lives, he tweeted out a fucking thing saying, "Hey, look where I am on vacation," and gave people the address of the building he was in. Does this sound like somebody who's actually afraid for their life? Oh, no shit. Now, hold on really quick, guys. I can actually give you a good idea of how much of a fucking psychopath, this, Mordecai dude is. Properties. Oh, wait, no, I can't. Shit. Oh, maybe I can. Let's see. Okay, so let's show off what Mordecai is like a little bit, shall we? From Mordecai. Also, I don't regret making Kira a social pariah, and I'd do it again if I could. Oh, man. Let's see another really good one. By the way, he's a complete narcissist because he keeps tweeting out everything he's doing in his AD account on his normal account. Another good one here. Because of the recent events, and because I already have Kero apologists in my mentions today, trying to excuse this ugly motherfucker for sexually abusing his dog. A reminder about the time I ruined this Kero the Wolf's life and have absolutely no regrets about it. Isn't he just a fucking peach? Yeah, no, as for Skunk, I don't know where he is, at the moment. I mean, here's hoping he hops in at some point. Yeah, no, Kira's doing pretty good. In comparison to what everybody is saying has happened to him, there have been rumors that Kero hung himself. There have been people saying that they have autopsy reports of Kero. there have been people saying that he's already in prison, this, that, and the other thing. It's just, oh. I find it hilarious when the Twitter mobs decide to start lying about people. And by the way, Voice, thank you for becoming a patron. It does mean quite a bit to me. Ernie, if we're talking about Mordecai, then yeah, quite a bit. Aw. Hey, Anonymous, don't drop the cake. Yeah, seriously. All it would take for pretty much everyone who spreads that shit's credibility to be out the window entirely would be for Kero to say literally one thing on social media. That's it. And you know what? I have a feeling that day is going to be coming pretty soon. Because if what I have a feeling is going to happen happens, then the investigation that is still ongoing is going to end fairly soon. See, from what I've gathered, New York was involved because technically, you know, there was a situation that could have technically happened in New York, but the police where Kero's at right now decided to contact the New York police and pull them into the investigation to try to assist. Because the investigation in New York fell apart, I have a feeling the one in PA is going to fall apart too. So, that's a thing. But yeah. So, I have a feeling we may be hearing from Kero relatively shortly, like within the next, 4 or 5 months. Maybe sooner than that. I don't know. Whew. Wait, Anonymous, is it your birthday? Yeah, no, Voice, you're kind of sworn to the same bit of secrecy that I am at this point. Well, happy birthday, Anonymous. Also, hello, Hydra. Welcome to the stream. Ooh, hold that thought. I am going to mute my mic really quick because somebody just sent me a voice message and I'm not certain it's something that can be played over the live stream. So, one moment. I was right, that wasn't something that could be played over the live stream. So, that's a thing. No, it was nothing lewd, Claire. Well, Voice, I'd love to hear it. No, Endless, it's not my birthday, it's Anonymous's. Mine is, March 21st. So it's already been and gone this year quite a while ago. Voice, there's a link to my Discord in the description of pretty much every single one of my videos. If you hop on Discord and private message me after entering the server, it'll usually get to me. That's the easiest way right now for people to contact me privately. Patreon messages work too, but I almost never check them. Mostly because people don't send them too terribly often. I think the last one I got was 2 years ago. Oh! Hey, Loki! Ah. Also, welcome to the stream. And I was planning for this to be a debate, but I have a feeling that we're not going to get too many people in the stream that disagree with the idea of, you know, Kero winding up proven innocent. It's alright, Hydra. And, Loki Kitty is, actually one of the people that helps me with KTS Studios on the fursuit making side. But yeah. So. It's actually good to have you in a stream finally. Endless, I think that was supposed to be yeet, not yet. Either yeet or yes. All the typos! So let's see. And I shit you not, I have sent direct messages to the people that absolutely dislike the idea of Kero being seen as innocent, to try to get them to come to this so they can, you know, actually speak their mind and have a bit of a debate, but okay. Later, Dennis. Claire, you do that too often. But yeah, no, I've literally sent out messages to people who are on the opposite side of the whole Kero controversy, saying, hey, if you want to come debate, if you want to come try to change my mind, that because honestly, I think he's innocent. I honestly think he's innocent, but that's because I sifted through all of the evidence that was put against him. I've seen how the police have been reacting to all the crap that's been put against him. And with the fact that the investigation fell apart in New York, and is already kind of falling apart elsewhere too, well, some of them yes, Voice, but a lot of them no. It's for the same reason that it's for the same reason that there are people out there who, you know, want to shut down debates about, you know, how to end racism by being racist. Some people just like conflict. They thrive on it, and if they don't have it, they go nuts. I do agree with you there, Rainbow, but it's never gonna happen. Yeah, no shit. This kind of thing is happening pretty much in every culture right now, in every fandom, in every group. something like this is happening, because there are people out there that want nothing more than to just create drama, no matter what. Fucking Mordecai is a good example of that. Jesus. Yeah, Rainbow, it is kind of a stretch to ask people to apologize publicly, especially when they already know they've fucked up enough that they're just trying to kind of make it worse. I kid you not. There are people actually right now trying to make the Kero controversy worse by once again doing things like threatening anybody who tries to support him, or I actually had somebody threaten me for the fact that I made the video that I did last night. So, oh well. See, that's the thing, Tiny. I would rather understand people, especially the people that are like that, that want to cause problems and cause controversy, so I can make sure I never become like them. You know your enemy, right? I will agree with you there, Claire. Yeah, no, Ernie, I actually talked about that a while back in one of the live streams when we were doing Sea of Thieves. Me and him came to a sort of agreement. I would take down the video, he would stop posting his violent shit, and, well, that's a thing now. He's still under investigation, but, it's neither of us are kind of doing anything to provoke the other. Oh, I'm well aware, Tiny. Plus, Tiny Thing, the way I see it, you kind of are allergic to stupid. Claire, I don't think it said shut up and sleep with me, but it did say shut up.
Shut up and sit down.
Shut up and sit down, not shut up and sleep with me. Also, hello, Rick. Blem. You know, I kind of wish Mordecai would log in right now, right in time for the song to say shut up and sit down. And with the number of people that we've got currently viewing, you know, I can pretty much see that it's more than what's just on the chat. And if there are people out there that actually disagree with me and think Kero is guilty who are watching right now, speak up. You guys are part of the reason why I do these streams. I want to hear from you. I mean, it's one of the reasons why, weirdly enough, I do watch Archive the Wolf's stuff. Oh yeah, and for what it's worth, for anybody who's currently lurking from Kiwi Farms, eat a dick. And yes, by the way, folks, I have had Kiwi Farms deciding to put my name in their mouth at some point recently. They tried doxing me. They've tried getting my personal information. They've tried making all of my, excuse me, dirty little secrets public, which, by the way, there are not many of them. Actually, Ken Blade, that's a good example. One of the bits of evidence that was brought against him was a bit of video that showed a tattoo on his chest, like right there. And he literally went topless on Twitter just to prove that it wasn't him. And he, by the way, being Kero. Yes, Endless Kiwi Farms has been kind of trying to dox me. Which, I kind of find it a bit of a testament to the fact that I'm a little paranoid online, that they haven't been able to find even a shred of my public information other than my birthday and my state. Which, I freely give those out to people. I mean, shit, you can literally ask me what state I live in. And I'll tell you, I live in California. I'm just not going to specifically state where. I'm okay with people knowing the state I live in, because realistically, that doesn't make anyone very much closer to finding me. It's like saying, hey look, there's a needle in that haystack the size of Manhattan. Christopher R. Sabat. Who? But no, Kiwi Farms is kind of just this weird little place. Oh. But it's just this weird little place that decides to try to dox people. And Endless, that would be one of the reasons why I didn't know who the hell he was, because I stopped watching DBZ a long time ago. I've never been really too into anime myself. But seriously, folks. Let's have a little bit of fun with this. Okay. What the fuck? Oh, that's where it is. Okay. Come on. Stop being a pain in the tail. Oh my god. You're just listening to this while playing No Man's Sky. Do I think Nos will ever apologize to Kero? Probably not. So that's kind of a thing. Oh, man. Whoa! Holy shit! Okay. There we go. Now, you know what? Given the current background, let's make it green. There we go. What actually happened about Kero? I know there was an investigation about something, but what actually happened? Oh, hey, skunk! Nom the skunk. And yeah, no. Kero was essentially accused of a bunch of things from zoophilia to pedophilia. He was even accused of essentially lighting a puppy on fire and burning them alive. Yeah. And all this from a bunch of people who do not know how the hell to lie, because, holy god, the only things that I could find in all of the evidence that wasn't photoshopped were pictures of Coda. That's it. And I'm talking about the pictures of Coda running around in a backyard somewhere. Yes, he was, Claire. Which, all I can say to that is things that make you go, ugh. No, he wouldn't. He's too nice of a guy. Yes, it does, Rick, and that is a very good point. And holy shit, we're up to 19 viewers. Now I know there are people that are sitting there going, should I say something? Should I try and change his mind? Seriously, guys, if there's somebody out there who wants to speak up, who wants to voice their opinion, wants to tell me, hey, you know, I don't think he's innocent, I think he's guilty. Speak up! Please. Oh god, yeah, no, Endless, that's bad. Yeah, seriously. Correction. Endless. No, that's not humanity at its finest. That right now is what I would call political correctness at its finest. Hydra, I wouldn't call that autistic behavior. Because, see, I know people who are autistic, and that's an insult to them. Because they're not even that bad. Actually, most of the people I know who are autistic are actually pretty interesting people. Hey, people who are watching Kira's innocent, you were wrong, fight me. Okay, yeah, that's a good quote. Oh, you're right. Okay. Let's see if we can do this. There we go. That actually looks a hell of a lot better. Thank you, Rick, for the idea, but the only problem is now, when a event pops up, like if somebody subscribes or becomes a patron, it's gonna cover it. Oh, I know. Hold on. I actually have a way to fix that. There we go. Now it'll play on top of it. A lot of people are doing this to Kero, but right now the biggest contributors to the hate mob are things like no, not things. They are people. People like Archive the Wolf, McBitty Paws, and Dogpatch Press. The fuck are you talking about, Claire? I have no idea what you're talking about, Claire. Also, god damn it, Claire. Well, yeah. By the way, tiny thing, this is going to make BLFC when you go, oh, so interesting, because conventions tend to attract stupid people, sometimes, you know? Yeah, no, they've called me more than just that, too, so... Yeah, no, Rick, I'm kind of the same way. I kind of do want to talk about something else other than how humanity has essentially lost its shit. Yeah, Ken, there were people that were calling Kira supporters subhuman, and there were even people on the opposition that were saying that we should be hunted down and exterminated like vermin. There was actually one guy who was actively talking about how he wanted to hunt down and murder every Kira supporter in the world. It got pretty bad. The amount of death threats that me and Kiro both have received is astounding. It's just the number of death threats I've received is astounding. The number of death threats he's received is unfucking believable. As for when it's going to be over, I have a feeling if we're talking about the investigations, Claire, or not Claire, Heather, they're gonna probably end pretty soon. You know, I don't know. Well, actually, technically I do, but I'm not allowed to say. So, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, at least for that much. I do know what happened to Kero's fursuits, but given the circumstances, I'm currently not allowed to talk about it. Your stream comment just disappeared? What? Oh, yeah, you tripped you probably tripped a word that's on our filter. Yeah, no, Rainbow, I do understand that. I think to date I'm on like 19 block lists. So, that's a thing. Hey Andy? I'm fairly certain you guys are gonna see Kero again someday soon. People spammed out your comment? Wait. Oh yeah, no, the chat tends to go pretty fast sometimes. Again, Ken, something I'm not really allowed to talk about at the moment. I've actually been asked not to talk about things like Kero and Kero's suit specifically. Or rather, I've been asked not to give away too much, particular information when it comes to that. Mostly because there is still an ongoing investigation, and that kind of information could technically be, weird. But yeah, we'll definitely see Kero back one way or the other. I think he's going to. I think he was planning something after the investigations officially end. So that's a thing, but that's literally all the information I can give. Go for it, Hydra. Yeah, Endless, I know what you mean. Oh my lord. The amount of times I've actually woken up to find essentially hate mail in my DMs or what have you is kind of crazy. That's actually one of the oldest fucking memes out there, by the way, Hydra. I have heard people say that one ever since I joined the fandom over 20 years ago now. So. Tis an old one. Alright, I'm gonna tweet something out. Let's see. Hey there, Kero. What can I say, man? You got people here who actually give a damn. And I shit you not, I'm literally tweeting out to people who disagree with my belief that Kira's innocent, trying to invite them to this stream to debate. There we go. Flay, I've been typing pretty much everything since I was a kid. I actually have nerve damage in my wrists, so I can't hold a pencil too well. Alright, voice. Take care, man. But yeah, seriously, guys. If you guys want to see somebody come on here and actually, you know, have a talk with us, I'm sending out a link. Grab that link, share it to anybody that you think would come up and debate with us, who is on the other side of the field for this particular, you know, argument. Hey, Kiro, I'm fairly certain all these people are waiting to see you again, like, in an official capacity. So, hopefully it won't be too terribly long. Also, back massage, that sounds so fucking fun right now. Oh, I've had a pinched nerve in my back for like the last week. Also, let's see how much the world explodes, because I guarantee you there are people currently watching the stream who the second you, Oh, thank you, Skunk. The second you messaged in on this stream, Kiro, I swear to God, there's gonna be screen caps of that. So, let's see how much the world explodes, shall we? Oh. Anyways. Glad to see you're, you know, a little less freaked out and a little more, confident, Kiro. I know I've said that before, but I still can't say it enough. It's good to see you back. It's good to see you back, at least somewhat, to the old fluff. Yeah, I think Claire may have passed out a little bit, too. Alright, Ken, take care, man. Hey, Fishbish. Despite certain people, mostly Twitter users, trying to spin a narrative, it's great to see that see the support Kero still has. Well, yeah. Yep. Pretty much all of the donations, by the way, that go to Streamlabs go down onto this block right here and get sent in monthly. And I actually, for everything that Streamlabs and PayPal takes out for processing, I actually put back into the donations out of my own pocket. So. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know, Hydra. Yep. If you want to know a bit more about who Dog Bomb was, Hydra, there's a video on my channel called In Memory of Dog Bomb. I've literally had people showcase this at conventions and wind up losing their shit and thanking me at the same time for having made it. And it's a good way to see what kind of person he was. It's a good way to see just what kind of effect he had on our community by, you know, my response to it being me making it, and pretty much the responses in the comments to with everyone who's been talking about him ever since it happened down in the comments of that video. Yeah, no. Rainbow, my favorite quote, I shit you not, is ALS can kiss my fuzzy butt. It takes about between 1 and 6 weeks. It depends on how much you get sent to you. If it's just a couple things like a base and some lips, it's gonna be just like 2 weeks. If you get more than that, it's gonna take probably about a month to 6 weeks. Rainbow, I would love to take credit for that quote, but that was actually one from Dog Bomb himself. So. Anyways, folks, if you want to see it, seriously, if you want to see a bit of a debate go on, take the link I put up earlier, share it to literally anybody and everybody that you think would be willing to come on to this live stream and speak out. Hey, cool, Andy. Hydra, I would say that that's kind of a normal reaction in some cases. Furries can be kind of cringy. Yeah, seriously, Rainbow, I'm kind of sick of the silence from the opposition, too. Realistically, I want one of them to come and say, you know what? He's fucking guilty. Fight me! Because really, I could probably walk circles around these people. Because most of them don't know what the fuck law is. And I will say this. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a cop. I did study the American legal system There was a time where I did want to become a lawyer, but I realized very quickly when I was studying for it that that's not the kind of thing I can do with my life, because realistically, if I had to defend a person who was 100% guilty and was unapologetic for the crime they committed, I could not defend them. I would have to walk out of court at that point because I cannot do that. I cannot do what I see as wrong. And that's another thing that seems to annoy the shit out of people, is I will not defend somebody who is 100% guilty without a doubt. I've had people asking me, well, then why do you defend Kero? And it's because he's not fucking guilty! Oh. Oh, but anyways. But yeah, no, a lot of the people who have been freaking out saying that Kero is a monster are a lot of people who don't know what law is. I mean, Archive the Wolf and McBitty Paws were saying, or even freaking Dogpatch Press was saying that the only reason the investigation in New York stopped was because Kero's parents flat out stopped the police from doing their job. What they don't realize is when the cops come to your door asking to search your house without a warrant, not only is it quite literally them just asking to search your house for anything that could incriminate you, it is them looking for anything at all. Not anything involved in your case. They're looking for anything at all. Any minor infraction. Because the second you allow the police into your house without a warrant, you have just given them permission to search everything and anything in your house. They can actually tell you to step out of your house after the fact, and if you don't, it's obstruction of justice. The police can sit down at your computer if you have welcomed them in, and go through your computer, and if you try to stop them, it's obstruction of justice. I have seen people in my neighborhood freaking allow a consent search and get in trouble for not having a gun locked up properly because they had their gun in the safe, but they didn't have a freaking barrel lock in it. And what a barrel lock, by the way, is a little device that you string through the barrel of a pistol and out the No, they can't force you to input your password, but if it's already unlocked, they can search it. That's the one thing they can't do if they're searching your house, is force you to input a password. No, facial recognition, they can't do that either. There was a thing, court case, not a long time ago, but a couple months back, in which somebody was incriminated by a police officer forcing them to release their biometric data to unlock their phone. The person walked because it was found to be a breach of their, I think it's their constitutional rights, when the police officer forced them to use a piece of their own body to incriminate themselves. Oh, by the way, I didn't know this, guys, but I have access to LexisNexis, which is a massive fucking archive of every single solitary court case that has ever happened in the US. I didn't know I had access to it until I checked it out, and it turns out all I've got to do is take my student ID number and my student login password and put those into LexisNexis, and it gives me access. it's because it's on record that at the college that I am currently at, there was a point in time where I was studying law. So I still have access to essentially the database from LexisNexis for pretty much as long as I'm a student. Anyways, guys, enjoy the music really quick. I have to be right back. I need to use the restroom. And I honestly am hungry as hell, so I'm going to go get some dinner really quick. I've actually got gumbo on the stove. Why did I come back to a discussion about porn? Back, everybody. It's all about that yiff. Also, gumbo, nom. Don't worry. I don't mind. Although, the fact that it's not Claire's fault is kind of surprising. He was, or is, I don't know. But he was here. Wait, were you AFK when he showed up? Oh, good God, girl, you have bad timing. There you go, Claire. I knew that was gonna happen. Tackle hugging when driving is probably not the best idea in the world. Excuse me. Hey, Rick. Is that how you store your porn? I don't know. You'd have to ask him that, Hydra. Ah, how you store your porn is none of my business, but I have seen you purchase your porn as well. Hey! So, we just had a ghost watcher saying that they might know some folks who would be good at debating Kira's innocence. I just sent them a link saying, well, then invite them! Let's see if we can actually get a debate going here. So this one doesn't just, devolve into, you know, talking about porn. Ah, Well, they tried. Apparently, they know a bunch of people who would be good at debating this particular topic, but just like me, those people have banned them. And see, this is another thing about Twitter that I don't like, is blockchains. Very specifically, people create blockchains for the sake of shutting everybody up, and it means that they don't get the opportunity to debate their side. If they are indeed right, a debate can make the other side look like fools. If they're wrong, a debate can make them look like fools. They don't want to take the risk of looking like a fool, so they just shut everybody up and silence all of them. Hey Liz, one of these days, Kara's gonna pop in on one of our actual gaming live streams. Say something and you're gonna absolutely lose your shit and dive off the edge of the ship. God damn it, Wukun. Yeah, that's pretty much how everybody seems to respond nowadays is, you better agree with me or else! Or else what? You'll ruin my reputation? It was ruined in the 90s! I don't care about my reputation anymore. I haven't since I, grew up. People can say what all they want about me because it's not my reputation I care about. I don't give a shit if my reputation goes down. It's all it is what other people think of me. There will always be people who hate me. There will always be people who love me. Sorry about the mic bump there. What I do try to work on is my character. And what I mean by that is I try to be the best person I can be. Because when it all boils down to it, that's all I have. That is literally all I have to show people that I am not a monster. Is what I do. Not what people think. I can be the most hated person in the world. And I guarantee you, even if I were the most hated person in the world, if I were to offer a homeless man $100, he's going to take it. And say thank you. He's not going to look at me and say, hey, you're that guy that everybody hates. I'm not taking your money. If I were to offer somebody safety and shelter, they're not going to say, I don't like you. I would rather be in danger than get help from you. That will never happen. I shit you not. That will never happen. And you know what, Hydra? Whether people love me, hate me, or fall anywhere in between those two, I don't judge people on how they think of me. I never have and I never will. If somebody hates me, I won't hate them. If they want to treat me like an ass, I'm not going to hate them. I'll judge them for it, but I'm not going to hate them. Yeah, I know there are people like that, Skunk, but realistically, they're few and far between. Very few people will, turn away a helping hand. Very few people will say, I know you're a good person, I know you've done well, I know you mean well, but other people dislike you, so I have to hate you too. Well, thank you, Heather. And that's actually kind of why I do streams like this. This is one of the reasons why I do YouTube, is to meet new people and to see new ways of, you know, how others see the world. I mean, shit, I kid you not. I've actually had people in the past accuse me of only doing YouTube for the money. Do you guys know how much I fucking make? Because it's not much. It's not enough to buy a fucking video game each month. It certainly isn't enough to live on. I literally survive on about $300 a month grand total. And I don't care. One of the reasons why I do YouTube is to reach out and to be able to interact with people and try to build a community. I don't care if I get paid for it or not. YouTube may not be what it used to be, but YouTube is very much a living thing. It grows, it changes, and sometimes it leaves people behind. And sometimes it doesn't. It's just how things work. It's how life works. Well, I'm glad to hear that, Rainbow. And realistically, that's all you ever should be. It's all you should ever try to be is yourself. If you ever want to, you know, be better, don't try to emulate somebody else. Try to be the better you. Because really, that's all you can do. Also, Huggles the Cleric. Also had to itch. Well, I'm glad to hear that. And, Heather? No pooping! Skunk, a lot of people have been saying that. I don't see it that way. I mean, it's changing, yeah, it's always changing. In just the 3 years that I've been a part of it, YouTube has changed a lot. But, you know, not all change is good, not all change is bad. I mean, I do kind of agree with some of the changes they've made recently, because recently they finally started listening to their community again. I mean, shit, they're planning changes to the copyright system that makes it to where big corporations can't go, this is mine, not yours, so I'm taking it away. They're changing their copyright. They're fixing their systems, their analytical system. Their analytical system is being changed. The way they promote things are being changed. I mean, yeah, YouTube went down a really fucked up road, but it's changing slowly again for the better. Oh god damn it. Yeah, no, okay, so that is one hell of a story, and Rick, you're gonna help me tell this to some degree, like, help me remember a little bit. But me and Rick met at a beginner's tournament for this game at a furry convention called Furradicon, which is essentially Magic the Gathering, but with furries and sex. Now, I chose the yellow type cards, which are essentially all about control and manipulation. It's about making people think that you're stronger than you are. In this game, you've got yellow, which are control, which are essentially blue cards for Magic the Gathering. You've got red cards, which are all about healing and all about survival, so they're essentially white cards for Magic the Gathering. Blue cards are all about strength and destruction, so they're like Magic the Gathering's red cards and black cards. Or actually, no, they're all about red. They're essentially the equivalent of Magic the Gathering's red cards. Then you've got the purple cards, which are all about destruction, but with a bit of flair and a bit of survival mixed in. It's all about denial and all about making certain that when you hit your enemy or when you hit your opponent, you take back just as much damage as you deal and make yourself stronger for hurting them. So, equivalent of black cards. Well, I was playing in a tournament against Rick, and what was it, 3 other people? Or was it 2, I think it was 2 other people, like 2 or 3, I can't remember. But we were all doing a round-robin game, which is essentially a multiple-player free-for-all. Whoever is left standing wins. And for almost the entire game, I had convinced everyone there that I had one card that if they decided to attack me, I could end the game right then and there. Which technically I did, but I didn't have the freaking cards to use it. So everybody was just like, we don't want to attack him, we'll attack each other. And then when it got down to the point where everybody was kind of, you know, if we don't work together, we're gonna lose, and the guy that's put in next to no effort is gonna win. So let's all gang up on the guy with the yellow cards. I think the term that was used that best describes what happened in that particular moment was a 13-man gangbang into oblivion. So after all of this, I'm down at the dealer's den the next day. I had just bought some new cards. Rick comes over, starts talking to me. We had exchanged telegrams. I think we had exchanged telegrams. And we kind of got into checking out new decks together. One thing led to another, and we're all kind of, we've kind of been, well, thick as thieves ever since. What's up, Misho? Guys, only in the furry community. Oh, yeah, no. After the tournament, after that 13-man gangbang, me and him were outside hanging out for like 4 hours, passing his vape back and forth. And was it that same year or was it the next year that I invited you to do a, I think that was 2017 that I invited you to do a video with me. It was the very first Fursuit Parade video I'd ever done. Me and him had been talking back and forth throughout the entire video, and it went viral. Twilight Wood is actually doing really well. I have managed to remove her other eye, or rather the bindings around her other eye. I'm reinforcing her other eye, and she should be finished within, I'd say, a couple weeks. Yeah, it was the first year. Yeah, no, me and Claire met during the Kero shit. And on top of that, we met due to your, Psycho X. Oh, by the way, for the record, folks, when I talk about my kids, I need to point out, none of my kids are actually biologically mine. They're all technically adopted. So, that is a thing. Alright, so... Salty Corgi? Wait, why would this be a person that would... Okay, so somebody sent me a thing saying an individual by the name of Salty Corgi might come on and debate me. I don't think so. Nor do I think Mel Wolfie will. A lot of these are people that I actually know from the local Fermi. B-Boy Flitch I know from a local Fermi. We've actually had this debate personally, at least I believe he is. Yeah, B-Boy Flitch. Me and him had this debate in person at one point. Wow, nice. B-Boy Flitch, he's a fursuiter and dancer. Yes, I just said B-Boy Flitch, skunk. Is you a fan? Oh, hush. That was literally my first convention. It was yours, too. And I did go out and get more food, Rick. Jace Fulfi, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, those people might come on and debate, but realistically, a lot of the people that were mentioned are people I know from a local Fermi. Oh god, no. Not Pause to the Walls. No. Hey, Hydra. Realistically, so long as you don't take it too far, I think it would be an interesting idea. One of the reasons why Quickshot was trying to make videos was because there's not enough or he was saying there's not enough good anti-fur content. But the problem is, the more you get into it, the more you have to remember you can't take it too far. The whole anti-fur community is all about kind of roleplay, not actual extremism. So it should be entertaining, but it shouldn't be, you know, calls to violence. So, if you can keep from doing that, then go for it. I mean, I'll admit, I've seen some anti-fur content out there that's actually kind of entertaining. It's just, people usually take it way too far. Well, that's the thing. And by the way, I'm addressing a ghost viewer right now. A lot of people who are, like, far left, I don't see the, Rick, more than likely. But yeah, no. Then again, Rick, literally all YouTube is you make content that you like, and it tends to attract people who are like-minded. Or at least that's what it was originally supposed to be. Sorry, I was looking at somebody's thing. YouTube now is SeizureTube. Oh, yeah, no. And I do like the fact that YouTube is actually changing again for the better. Aw. What you sorry about, Skunk? Okay, cool, Rainbow. I definitely want to hear it. When you start putting up videos and start putting your music out there, send me some of it, okay? Well, yes and no, Hydra, but at the same time, a lot of the bigger channels, a lot of the older channels that have survived have done so because they changed their content with the times. Hey, Skunk, I'm fairly certain you have fans in this chat. Well, yeah. Hey, everybody. Just to prove a point, and Skunk, here's your proof right here. That started happening before I even opened my mouth. People do like you, Skunk. You do have fans here, more than you realize. Because, hell, I'm one of your fans, man. Anyways. But yeah, no. Somebody had said that, or one of our Ghost Watchers had said that they see the people that they had listed off being kind of far left, or far to the left, or to the left a bit. Hey, Justify Wolf, hello! Oh, woo! I am one of your fans, Skunk. It's exactly what I said. I don't know how to say that any other way other than you're adorable. Hey, Blue the Fox Productions. Hello, Blue. Yes, you are. Hydra, I doubt that. Though, I'm guessing you're pretty young, though, still, Hydra. Aw. Music! By the way, for the record, guys, I'm literally hearing all the music that you guys hear on the stream. If you guys see me bobbing my head, it's because I'm actually rocking out to this kind of music. Oh god, that's a hell of a threat, Claire. That's an adorable threat, but it's a hell of a threat still. What, that you're adorable? Hey, Hydra. See, the thing that I've noticed about most of the anti-furs that I've met is a lot of them see the furry community so often and eventually see what we really are. They either, you know, go, okay, live and let live, or more often than not, they go, so what would I be? Nah. What's up, Hydra? Well, you've been spending time around us for a while now. And, hey, the more you get used to them, the more you get used to us. The more you'll get to learn, the more you get to learn about the community. Okay. So you know what? I am going to pause my groove music player right here. So, since Blue the Fox here has just sent me a link to his SoundCloud, he's saying that all of this is YouTube friendly. This is Infinity by Blue the Fox. Let's see if I can get this to play properly. Different headset, yeah. Holy shit, Blue! Oh, man. Oh, man. Um, you know what? DM me links to your SoundCloud and your Fur Affinity, and I will link you guys. I will flat link you in the fucking description for this. Because goddamn, man. That is amazing. But yeah, links are essentially deactivated in the chat for a reason. We had a guy come and spam porn once. And guys, for anyone who wants to go listen to more of Blue's shit, because goddamn, that was fucking amazing. There you go. And I'm actually adding him to the description right now. Alright, that's one to your SoundCloud. I just need the link to your, Fur Affinity. And if you want, if you got it, a YouTube channel. Because goddamn. Link location. Oh, goddamn. There we go, Blue. Your first two links are listed up in the description, or down in the description, rather. And that was one hell of a treat to listen to. I think if you're okay with it, I'm probably gonna, you know, start showcasing your music a bit more on this channel. Hey, Hydra. I've been threatened by a bunch of hackers. Realistically, the people that claim to be hackers usually aren't. Like, usually they're not. Frost is doing pretty well. But yeah, it looks like no one's gonna show up for the debate, sadly. That debate, Sinbad. Oh, music is definitely fucking hard, dude. Holy god. Hey, Hydra. I gotta teach you how to use some of the systems I've got in place to keep hackers away. That's okay, Sinbad. Yeah, a VPN helps, but that's only the start of it. Nice, Blue. Well, damn. Sinbad, this stream is the debate. No, I don't know what's on September 7th. What is, what's September 7th? What's up, Claire? Oh, hey, cool. But yeah, Rainbow's very much, Oh, hey, Sinbad. Well, happy birthday. And Dennis, happy early birthday. But yeah, Rainbow's kind of right. Nobody on the other side of this particular issue wants to debate anything. I guarantee you they're going to sit and they're going to spurg out a little bit in the fucking comments, but no one's willing to put up and actually sit here and do a live debate with somebody like me because they know they will look like fools. I've actually sat and done my homework. I know my laws. I know everything that's been going on in the Kero debate and the Kero controversy. And the fun part is, I have the one thing that they don't have. Knowledge. And I shit you not. A lot of people are going to say, well, that doesn't matter. Yeah, it kind of does. Hey, Sinbad, by the way, speaking of Kero being innocent, his investigation in New York is done. It's gone. It's over. As for the one in, I think it's Pennsylvania? I believe PA is Pennsylvania. It's falling apart. So, he'll be cleared and proven innocent probably within the next, like, 4 or 5, maybe 6 months. And when he is, there's going to be a reckoning. I guarantee it. Because there's going to be a lot of people who are going to be essentially in this position of they either apologize or I kind of have records of people who have threatened Kero. I have records of people who have gone against him. I have records of people that have shared the misinformation that essentially led to the investigations. And realistically, I would rather them be seen, if they don't apologize or they don't do something to correct their issues, I would rather see them humiliated and forced to own up to what they did than let them just walk. So. That's right, Sinbad. What's up, Andy? Should I make a video on my music production process? Definitely! Okay, so relive real. So the logs are a pain in the ass. I have looked through them. There are inconsistencies in the code. The ones that were cherry-picked by Pseudonym to prove that all the logs were real were just that. They were cherry-picked. Yes, those particular messages did belong to Kero's account. However, not all of the messages in those logs did. In fact, a majority of the logs that were against Kero had different ID tags in the coding. So, they were edited. And I can say this now because pretty much everyone knows that they were edited. And the only people that were freaking out because, oh, they're real! Oh, Hydra, I can actually fix that for you right now because I know what the problem is. Okay. Try it now, Hydra. Now, yes and no to some degree. Yes, Sinbad, falsifying evidence is actually a crime, which is the really fun part. So is distribution of fucking illegal pornography, which 99% of the people who are against Kero are all guilty of. Hey Hydra, try the one down in the description. It should work for you now. The reason it didn't work is because our Valkyria bot actually got a hold of you when you were in I think it was Chaos Insurgency. Now, yes, some of the things in the logs were real, but very, very few of them were actually real. Let's put it this way. I sifted through every single solitary line of those, logs. That's how many of the things that were in the logs I could actually legitimately connect to Kero. Just 5 lines. That's it. Just 5 entries. That was all. Hey, Blue. Technically, Sinbad, yeah, they can get arrested and put in jail for what they did. Yes and no, Sinbad. Not all of them were falsified. Some of the things that were said in the logs were real. But like I said, exactly 5 entries were real in those logs. I will not say which ones. If you guys actually were part of the controversy when it started, you would know the ones I'm talking about because all 5 of them were cherry-picked by Zudanin. Yay! Well, welcome to the Discord server, Hydra. Do be warned, though, any of the chats that are marked as not safe for work are not for kids. If you're caught in there and you are known to be a minor, you will be banned from those particular chats forever. That includes, if you're caught in my server on one of the adult channels, and you're, say, 17 years old, even when you turn 18, the ban doesn't lift. So don't risk it. But yeah. Hydra, the way that I was able to bar the group that you were originally with, where we met, from doing things like raiding the Discord server, is because we have something called the Valkyria bot. And the Valkyria bot allows me to ban people who aren't in the server preemptively so they can't do things like raid. Well, Blue, if you ever want to come back to Discord, you can very easily come to our Discord server. It's very much a safe place. Y'all have me making sure of that. But yeah, as for all of the crap against Kero, the things like the video evidence that everybody was saying was him, all of that has been debunked. In fact, a lot of the videos of the horrible things that were happening in those files were a dude named Wolf over in Cuba. Hey, Relive Real? Yes, it kind of was. He said some of the things in the logs were real, but taken out of context. As for the whole Cothrix thing, let me put it to you this way. Kero has never dealt with something like this before. He was already still trying to get used to the idea of being famous when all this shit happened. Because it hadn't been too terribly long since the Shane Dawson thing that essentially got him, you know, known in the first place. when somebody essentially goes through something like this, there are two ways most people respond. One is with outright backlash and no I didn't kind of shit, and just spazzing out and going and fighting tooth and claw to prove they didn't. The other reaction, which is much more common, is holy shit. Hide! He was trying to do damage control, and it's something he's never had to do before. So, he panicked. Which, realistically, when you're essentially looking down the barrel of a gun, most people panic. And I don't know if you realize this, but within the first month, not even that, within the first, like, week of him being, outed. So, after, like, the first week of this all starting, sorry, hiccups. People had doxed him. People had threatened his life on multiple occasions. People had talked about showing up at his front door. Excuse me. For the first week, he was so scared for his life that he literally left his house, went as far into the woods as he could, and camped the fuck out. So yeah, needless to say, he didn't fucking take it too well. But realistically, no one would. Rainbow, most people would have done the same thing. I know when I was first accused of being a monster back in the early 2000s, I did the same thing. Actually, Relive Real, I think the silence is what started helping his case when he finally shut up for the first time. And no offense, Kero, because I know you're gonna hear that. But what finally helped is when he stopped talking, when he disappeared. Because then people stopped freaking out. When something like that happens, people look for every reason to hate on you and vilify you. What's up, Skunk? Some of them didn't. Most of them did. What's up, Skunk? You just now noticed this, Skunk? Yes, that is a furry ass on my wall. Here. If you want a better look, that is a picture of a character named Amon. He's actually from one of my favorite comic series, Red Lantern. And now I have to readjust my camera. There we are. People are sitting here flipping out about something I've had for months. But yeah, Skunks, oh god. Skunk, you should see the duckies I've got. because holy shit. Oh, there we go. Oh, good lord. Ah, I shouldn't have fucking mentioned the Dockies, should I? Okay. So, if you guys do want to see the Dockies, do understand it is not safe for work. And I will only show one of them, so y'all will have to choose. Do you want to see a sailor or a slave? Hey, Sinbad. I've actually shown worse on YouTube. All I would have to do... Actually, Sinbad, I wasn't, I've actually shown worse. Okay, so far that's 3 for a slave. Now, do understand, you guys might be getting a weird notification here in just a second. Well, actually, Skunk the Slave, the Slave, holy shit. The stream is actually very close to ending. So, I think I'm going to end this particular stream with an image of, for the life, I can't remember, for the life of me, I can't remember his name. Hassan. The character that is on the docky that people are apparently want to see, his name is Hassan. And he's really pretty. Anyways. So, folks, we're going to end the stream here. I will be showing off the docky for, like, the last couple seconds of the stream. Just because I know it's going to make Skunk turn the reddest fucking shit, or the deepest fucking shade of red. Bye, tiny thing! Run away! Oh, and guys, just for the record, for those of you who are saying, you know, you don't want to get banned from YouTube, I have vaped from a dick on one of these streams before. Trust me, this won't get me banned. I'll let you guys think about that for a sec. Okay. Ah! Almost fell. And yes, my room is absolutely a mess. Neat. There you go. And that shall become my chair rest. creature is called an aardwolf, very specifically. His name is Hassan. Anyways, you thirsty bastards. No, I just know how to work within the bounds of YouTube. See, what I did before I put this on stream is... Yes, I am, Skunk. What I did before putting this on stream was I made the stream a age-restricted stream. Ta-ta, everybody. See you at the Furball Endless. Mlem. Or talk to you later, all depends.